this is number 1, and in number 1 we have a radius of 11. So we're going to do circumference equals pi d. And it says round to the nearest tenth, but we're going to round to the nearest hundred. So circumference equals pi, and if the radius is 11, the diameter is 22, right? Because the diameter is double, right? So this diameter is 22. So it's times 22. C equals, and then in your calculator you multiply 22 times pi, and you're going to get 22 pi. And then if you press the double, and if you press that button, right? If you press the double arrow button, so this is 22 pi, but if you press that button, you get C equals 69.16 feet. Is it feet? Yeah, it's feet. Okay. And I'll write feet. Number 2. So again, another circle. This is 7 yards. So the radius is 7, which means the diameter is 14. So always kind of write that down. It's good information. So C equals pi d. C equals pi times 14. C equals 14 pi, right? And then we're going to multiply in the calculator. So 14 times pi, enter, and you're going to get 43.98 yards. Okay. Number 3, again, is 6.3. So if that's 6.3, right, the radius is 6.3. The diameter is going to be 12.6, right? Multiply that by 2. So the diameter is 12.6. So C equals pi d again. C equals pi times 12.6. C equals 12.6 pi. Multiply that in your calculator. Pi, 12.6 times pi, enter, and you're going to get C equals 39.58 meters. Okay. Number 4, 11.8. So this is 11.8. So the diameter. So if the radius is 11.8, the diameter is going to be 11.8 times 2. It's going to give us 23.6. So the diameter is 23.6. So again, C equals pi d. C equals pi times 23.6. C equals 23.6 times pi. And let's see what that equals to. That's going to give us 74.14 feet. Okay. Next one is 2. This one's pretty easy. So if that's 2, the diameter is 4. Right, radius is 2, diameter is 4. C equals pi d. C equals pi times 4. C equals 4 pi. Take that to the calculator. And it's going to give you C equals 12 and rounded 57 kilometers decimal. Next one says it's 9 meters. 9 miles, 9 miles. So the diameter is 18, so the radius is 9, the diameter is 18. C again times pi times d, C equals pi times 18. And let's put that in the calculator. 18 times pi, that's going to give us 56.55 miles. So that's the first section. The second section, we're given the circumference. So we need to find the radius. So we don't know what this is. So the circumference going around is 56.52, right? Going around. So again, this one's a little bit different. So the circumference is 56.52 equals pi d. Right? Now we're going to divide by pi. Divide by pi. This crosses out. So on your calculator, do 56.52 divided by pi. Enter. It's going to give us 17.99. But that's the diameter, right? So to find the radius, we're going to divide 17.99 divided by 2. That's going to give us 8.99, or if you round it, it's going to be 8.99. It's going to be actually it's going to be 9. So this radius equals 9. Number 2, again, the diameter here, we don't know, but I know that the circumference is 15.7. So C equals pi d. The circumference is 15.7 pi times diameter. Now we divide both sides by pi. Divide, and 15.7 divided by pi, 15.7 divided by pi is going to be 4, or actually if you round it, we round this, it's going to be the diameter is 5. Here we don't have to divide because we're looking for the whole thing, right? So this is 5. 3, again, it's a radius, and the circumference around is 48 pi. So we need to find the radius. C equals pi d. C equals 48 pi equals pi times d. Divide both sides by pi. And the diameter is 48, but we're not looking for the diameter, we're looking for the radius, so I have to do 48 divided by 2. So the radius is 24, so this is 24. The diameter is 48, okay? 4 at the bottom. Again, we're looking for the radius. I know that the circumference is 25.12 pi d. C equals 25.12 equals pi d. So again, you're noticing that it's very repetitive. Divide by pi, cross out. So the diameter is 25.12 divided by pi. Enter. It's going to give us, again, very rounded to 8. But the diameter is 8. The diameter, half of it, right? The radius is going to be 8 divided by 2, so that's going to give us 4. Next one, we need to find the circumference. Sorry, the circumference, the diameter. So the circumference is 65.94. And so that's 65.94 equals pi times d. Divide by pi. Divide this by pi. Cross, and your calculator do 65.94 divided by pi. That's going to give us 20.99. So the diameter is 20.99. So no need to divide anything here. And the last one on the first page, we're looking for the radius. So again, the circumference here is 24 pi. C equals pi d. So this is 24 pi. Pretty easy when it's in terms of pi, right? Because if you divide this by pi and divide this by pi, look, all the pi's cross out. So d equals 24. But we're not looking for the diameter, we're looking for the radius, and the radius is 24 divided by 2, so the radius is 12. So this is 12, and the diameter is 24. Turn the page over. This one, we need to find the circumference given the diameter. Uh-oh, what's going on? The first one, the diameter is 16.8, so C equals pi d. So we need to find this, right? So this is what we need to find. C equals pi times 16.8. This is pretty straightforward, right? So if you need a calculator, you can put 16.8 times pi, and if you want a numerical value, it's 52.79 meters. 16, this one says that the diameter is 6, so C equals pi times d. C equals pi times 6, or C equals 6 pi, but we want to round this to nearest hundred, so we need to multiply here, and that's going to give us 18.85 centimeters. This one's 14. C equals pi times d. C equals 14 times pi, or 14 pi, which is, if you put in your calculator, 14 pi if you leave it in terms of pi. But if you change this and you're going to get the circumference is 43.98. So this distance, and I should be writing this, right, around the circle is 43.98 inches. 18. So this is a big circle, 16 kilometers. And again, I need to find my circumference. So to go around this huge circle, what would it be? So C equals pi times 16. Let me rewrite it as 16 pi. In your calculator, just multiply it. And you're going to get 50.27 kilometers. Huge circle. 19. Oh boy. In 19 we have again a diameter. This is 10. So we need to find the circumference. C equals pi times d. C equals pi times 10. C equals 10 pi. And numerically, 10 times pi is 31.42. Okay, what's the unit here? Inches. Okay, rounded to nearest hundredth. Last one. 23.4. Again, by now we should be pretty proficient at this. 23.4, that's the diameter. C equals 23.4 pi. You can leave it in terms of pi, or 23.4 times pi, enter. It's going to give us 73.51 inches if they want the numerical answer. Okay, so that's the first thing you have to do. Now if you go on the second sheet, number 1, so again, it says here that Miguel's purchasing new tires for his bicycle. The rims on his bike have a diameter of 23 inches. The diameter of the tire is 2 inches. So let me just bring that tire a little bit bigger. So from here, let me make that tire a little bit. Okay, I'll make that the tire. So this is the tire, right? So from here to here is 23. Okay, but from here to here is 2 inches. So find the circumference of the tire. So now remember, we want the circumference of the tire is this, the outer circle, right? So the outer circle, so C equals pi times d. So the radius would be 23 plus 2, which is 25. So the total radius here is 25 from here all the way to the outside, because you got to add the tire. So that's 25, which means the diameter, so the radius is 25 and the diameter is going to be 50. So C equals pi times 50. C equals 50 pi, and C equals 50 times pi, enter, which is going to give us 157.08 inches. So number 2, a container holds 3 tennis balls. The diameter of all 3 balls combined is 8.1, with the circumference of one of the circles. So diameter. So if I add this diameter plus this diameter plus this diameter is 8.1. So I have to divide 8.1 divided by 3. So if I divide 8.1 divided by 3, I get 2.7. So which means this diameter right here, I'll put it in red, that diameter right here is 2.7. So now that I know the diameter, I can find the circumference. C equals pi times 2.7. C equals 2.7 times pi, and C equals 2.7 times pi. Enter. So that circumference is 8.48. So the circumference of one tennis ball to go around this tennis ball is 8.48 something inches. Okay, so here is again the tires in the car can travel 81.64 inches in one rotation. So here's a tire, right? The tire of the car, and they're telling you that the circumference is 81.64 to go around the circumference. So every time this tire goes once around, it goes 81.64 inches. So what's the diameter? So what's this? What's the diameter question, right? So again, C equals pi times d. So the circumference is 81.64 equals pi, what's pi? Oh, pi times d. Divide this by pi, divide this by pi, cross cross, and the diameter, 81.64 divided by pi, is going to be 25.97. So the diameter of this is 25.97. The circumference of CD, so this is 5 pi around, right? It's 5 pi. What is the radius? So we're looking for this radius, so this is what we're missing. So C equals pi times D. The circumference is 5 pi equals pi times D. Divide both sides by pi. So we got that the diameter is 5. Do I want the diameter? No, I want the radius. So 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. So this is 2.5. Okay, so one second. A rectangular box of donuts can be lined with half a dozen donuts across the bottom. The dimensions of the box are 9.6 by 6.4. What is the circumference of one donut? So I know that. Let's just take this from here all the way to here is 6.4 inches. Right, so if I divide that by 2, 6.4 divided by 2, I get 3.2. So I know that this, from here to here, choose a better color, from here to here is 3.2, and that's the diameter of the donut, right? So now I can use that to find the circumference. So C equals pi times D, C equals pi times 3.2, C equals 3.2 pi, which I'm going to multiply, and that's circumference is 10.05 inches. So one donut, to go around one donut, is 10.05 inches. 4, 6, whatever this number is. Okay, railroad sign has a circumference. So this one, to go around this sign, is 94.2 inches. Let's find the diameter. Right, the diameter, let's find the diameter. So circumference equals pi times d. 94.2 equals pi times d. Divide by pi, cross cross, and d equals, so let's divide 94.2 divided by pi, and you're going to get that the diameter is 29.98. So this right here is 29.98. 7. Jocelyn wants to buy a pool above ground. The radius of, I'm going to write the radius right here. The radius of the pool is 49.2. So what's the circumference? Right? So C equals pi times D. Circumference equals pi times diameter. So if this is the radius, what's the diameter? So the radius is 49.2. The diameter is 49.2 times 2, which is 98.4. So the diameter is 98.4, right? So I can use 98.4. So C equals 98.4 pi, or C equals 98.4 times pi, enter, and it's going to be that the circumference is 309.13. So this is 309.13 inches. 8. The circumference of a, okay, so this one I don't know why they wrote it like that. This should just write 9 pi. What is the diameter of the pizza? So the circumference, so this pizza, to go around this pizza, would be 9 pi inches, right? So what is the diameter? So what is this from here to here? C equals pi d. The circumference is 9 pi equals pi d. Divide by pi, cross, 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 and the diameter is pretty easy. It's just 9 inches. 9. Okay, so Nisana placed bricks around her circular garden. It took 157 bricks to go all the way around the garden. Each brick was 4 inches long. How long? What is the diameter? So we're looking for the diameter. So here is, what is this diameter? So it says that they use 100. So each brick here is 4 inches, 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 4 inches to go around, right? So how many bricks did we use? 157 times 4, 28, 22. So there were 628 inches. So the circumference to go around is 628. So now the rest is pretty simple. C equals pi d. The circumference is 628 equals pi times d. Divide this by pi, divide this by pi. So d equals cross cross 628 divided by pi, enter 199.90. So that's the diameter here, right? 199.90. Okay, Big Ben is a clock in London. The circumference of the clock is 23 pi. What is the measurement of the radius? So here's your clock. The circumference to go around this clock is 23 pi. It's a big clock. So what is the radius? So what is the radius right here? C equals pi d. The circumference is 23 pi equals pi d. Divide by pi, and we get the diameter is 23, yeah? So, but we don't want the diameter, we want the radius. So the radius is half of the diameter, so 23 divided by 2 equals 11.5. So the radius is 11.5 feet. It's big. It's twice my size, almost. One of the gears of the inside motor has a circumference of the circumference here is 50.24. What is the radius? And we're looking for this part from here to here. What's the radius? Again, C equals pi times d. This is 50.24. Pi d, divide by pi, and divide this by pi. So we're going to get that d equals 50.24 divided by pi. 15.99 inches. Okay, so the radius is 15.99. A jeweler is creating a leather bracelet for a client. The diameter of the bracelet must be 2.7 inches. How many inches of leather will she need? So if the diameter, assuming that this is, so the diameter here is 2.75. So how much would be the circumference? Right, so C again equals pi d. C equals pi and the diameter is 2.75. C equals 2.75 times pi, and that is 2.75 times pi. Enter. C is going to be 8.64 inches. So she's going to need 8.64 inches of leather to do this. Okay.